and he was like, no, you know what? My wife told me not to enroll for Medicare because it was gonna be too much money, and then he went to the Social Security, right? And the Social Security told him his penalty. So that means that now he was gonna be paying instead of, well, this year, like it's the $174.70. Now he was gonna be paying like over $450 a month.
For how long?
And, that's for life. The penalties
so
for
if
life.
you pass the deadline, you done. I didn't get it. It didn't register to my head.
You can actually, yes, you can register, but remember, each month, each year that you're without registering for Medicare, that penalty keeps going up.
And welcome back, everybody. I am your host, Danielle Bilumbu Leach, here at Let's Keep It Real Now. And here's my co-host,
Abu Jabi with A&P Lending. How y'all doing?
Mm-hmm. So you know what? The conversation we had last time with Miss Veronica was so good. I didn't want to let her go because, I always have crazy question coming out of my head. So I asked her to stay and to give us part 2 on anything. We got Medicare, Medicaid, Social Security, and more. Hey, Veronica, how are you?
Hello, Danielle. Thanks for having me again.
Great. So now let's go into the details. So when we talk about, I was asking you the question earlier, when we talk about Medicare, and all that, right? I'm self-employed. I work for myself.
Okay.
And I just pay taxes once a year, a big chunk of money once a year, right? The question is, do I still benefit? Do I still have this kind of benefit?
Of course, Danielle, you pay taxes yearly, do you?
Yes.
Okay, so it's, again, you need to go to ssa.gov, again, the website, and on there set up an account, and you can see all the information and what you have contributed to Social Security. Yes. So just, again, ssa.gov, and find out, what you qualify for. And also, this is important for people to know, right? I mean, you're married.
Yeah, so because I thought that I would have to be stuck to my husband until death.
Right?
Because my retirement is about to be tough.
Till death do us part.
Exactly.
Yes.
So, yes, for a lot of people, let's say that the wife has stayed home taking care of the family, his points will qualify you also to have the health insurance for Medicare. So it's, again, going to the Social Security and asking those questions.
And Social Security too?
Yes.
Okay, but what happened if the husband divorced the wife and you remarried? Do you still have access to that? I'm just preparing myself, y'all. I'm kidding. I'm still married.
Yes, of course. Let's say that, if your husband remarried, right?
Yes.
But normally...
And you found a 25 years old woman. A girl that is like 20 years younger than me.
Younger. Well, and that's, again, those are questions for the Social Security office. Okay. Just ask questions. A lot of the times, it may be if it doesn't, if let's say you separated, but, you're still married to him, you're still... eligible, but it's all, just asking those questions with the Social Security and they can inform you.
Have you seen some stuff happen to people in cases like that?
Actually, yes, I have. Actually, that happened to my mother-in-law. She, she was married, and of course, she divorced her first husband. And Social Security, she got a phone call from the Social Security, and they asked her if she was his first wife, if she would deny those benefits. And she did tell him, contact his wife, his current wife, because, he did remarried and he's with her now. So to contact her. Yes, I have that. Actually, that is a true story.
These things with when you're married and separate, you have to pay attention, because I have a friend of mine, she tell the story. She's up north, and she was saying, in her story was like, she was a lady, she has a great life, she was married, her husband unfortunately passed away, but they pay off their home. Right, the house has been paid off, and then she found another man, but they never got married, but they got together. So they're moving together. She sold her house, right? The house that was paid off by her late husband. She paid off the house, and then she moved in with him, and then she took the money and paid off the house.
The new house.
The new house, but they'd never be married. But the house, the mortgage, and all that was at his name, and then he passed away.
Oh.
And then the kids take over, and she has no rights.
Oh,
that's
it's a lot.
That's heartbreaking. How sometimes
the kids didn't allow her to get anything. Nope. Oh wow.
So conclusion: stay close to your step kids. Even if you don't like them. Yeah, and then make sure the spouse, if you're married or not married, but make sure you take care of your significant other before you go. But yeah, that was a very sad story.
That is sad because it's just the law, right?
It's just the law, yeah.
They have to, go by the rules and regulations.
Yeah, and then in some of those, how do you avoid paying penalty if you come a little too late with all these Medicare situation? How could you avoid that? You just need to prepare in advance, or if you too late, you have a way to avoid the penalty?
No, there's no way to avoid the penalty. It is what it is. So if you do, again, if you don't enroll in time within the time frame, is 7 months. You have 7 months, 3 months before your birthday, the month of your birthday, and 3 months after. Okay, so yes, to start the process and finish the process, and also again you have 63 days to enroll in the plan.
Okay,
and that's what I do. That's where I come in. I enroll them in the plan, and I'm very thorough. I like to from start to finish. They will get. I go through the plan in detail because it's important that they take advantage of the benefits from the plan. Because you don't know how many times I had people were like, "Oh, I didn't know that the plan provided transportation." Oh, I didn't know that I had a Visa card for extra benefits. I never used it. I never used that. So it's because a lot of the times, again, you have to remember they're seniors and they forget. So it's actually, explaining everything in detail. Just because, maybe they had been on a current plan, right? And maybe they didn't have none of those benefits. And maybe the person that actually helped them enroll him did the review, enroll him in another company with a different plan. Maybe it changed because now they do have all these other benefits. So, that's where, we come in place to where we need to explain everything in the plan so that they take advantage of that.
What are some of the benefits? Like, could you have is everything based on the income you're receiving, or is just because you reach 65 and these are all the benefit? Or you can have the benefit based, let's say you already have a 401k retirement or pension, but you still can have those benefits, like say utilities, food, and stuff like that. How does that happen? Is it based on the revenue that you're still making every month, or not? How does it work?
Right. A lot of people, again, they get confused because you always get this question. Well, why does my friend, I know this friend that she's getting all these other things, right? She gets food and she has a card, and it's because they, I would say 99% of the time they also have Medicaid. Okay, gotcha. Because with Medicaid, again, Medicare covers 80% of the services, right? And then Medicaid covers the other 20% of services. So pretty much everything is covered. And of course, on the plan, a lot of the times they get, monthly, maybe an incentive for them to get groceries and things like that.
But this is based on their income,
or utility,
right?
Right. When they go and apply for Medicaid,
you have to show that you have other revenue.
It's based on the income, on their income, correct. So, and unfortunately, a lot of people do not qualify. There's a table, right? When you can go to Texas Human Services, the Texas Department of Human Services. and you can go. They have different offices all around Houston, and they would tell you what do you need to bring, or go online to fill out the application, and then they will tell you what you're gonna need to provide. And then once they make the decision, you get a letter, and the letter tells you yes, you qualify, or no, you don't qualify.
Okay. Okay, that's very interesting.
So are clients able to also get vision and dental as well with Medicare?
A lot of their plans do offer that. Okay. Correct. So
I hope
again,
they do, because when you get to a certain age, you use your teeth so much then.
Danielle, right? I know.
True. I lost one. Pregnancy got eaten up my teeth. You know what I mean? So you better have vision and teeth cover. Come on.
And
it should be automatic.
Automatic, right? No, they do have, there's some plans that do provide dental, vision, and hearing. Pretty much, yes. So it's it's a percentage, and also for dental, of course, not everything is covered, but yes, they do have at least to do the preventive, their cleanings and things like that. So it's definitely, again, it depends on the plan, and different plan offers, different amounts depending on what plan it is. That's why you have to always look at when you enroll in the plan is you have to look at it per year. Because it's like, what is more important to me this year? Is it dental? So then we can find something that can give you a plan that gives you more money in dental, right? But then you have to sacrifice something. You can have your doctors that you visit. If you see so many doctors, right? If you're gonna be changing to a different plan with a different company, maybe some of those doctors are not in that plan. But if your focus is, I need to, I need dental this year. Okay, well, we'll work on, finding you the plan that can offer the best in dental, and then we can look for other options the following year. And so definitely that's how you have to look at it.
So those plans are funded by the government?
No. Remember, these is benefits that you have when you turn 65 by the federal government. Okay. Yeah, this is the largest federal government insurance, so it's, again, those are benefits that you qualified once you're 65 if you again meet the requirements.
Because you say you're working through other company, right? So how does that work? So is the government give money to those companies, and then when you help one of your client, you go through the company for them to get the plan and the benefit? How does that work?
Oh, okay. Well, the federal government, yes, they provide funding to these insurance companies, right? Okay. For these clients to stay with them, right? Gotcha. So it's always so that's why there's a lot of competition, just like anything, right? And it's, of course, that's why it's never a perfect plan. They're all good, they're all bad, right? That's why it's us as agents is finding a plan that will better fit the needs of that person for that year.
And how does that work? Sometimes people, they have family members, mom and dad, they're a little bit older for themselves, and then they have to take care of them. I've seen that a lot, like somebody who's working but decide to stop working and then just take care of their elderly parents in their home, and they're still getting paid by the government. Is it part of the Medicare program plan that you maybe can hire your son or your daughter to help take care of you when you're older because you maybe have some disability benefit?
And those, Danielle, you have to actually check with Medicaid, because remember, long-term care is through Medicaid.
Okay.
So you will have to call, the person will have to call Medicaid and ask those questions as far as the person that's going to be the caretaker for that person, if somebody's going to be, if they need, 24/7 care, or, maybe a couple of days out of the week, a person that is on that they have both Medicaid and Medicare, right? Yes, long-term care is through Medicaid.
Okay.
But also Medicare does have some home health, and for that, that have to be approved by their doctor, and then of course, then it's gonna. The doctor would submit that to the insurance to see if maybe they can have somebody come to their home to like a nurse or somebody, especially if they're bed bound. If they don't have Medicaid, because remember, they're two separate things. Medicare is Medicare through the federal government. Medicaid is through the state if they get approved.
Okay.
Correct.
That's good. That's good information. That's a lot. I'm sure you've seen also a lot of cases. Anything you want to share that people should absolutely know?
And no, I mean, it's just very sad sometimes because I get, I'll tell you this story. And like I said, I'm at the Kelsey clinics actually twice out of the week. And I had this gentleman come and, he come and they just sit at the table, right? Because we have a table in the front entrance of the clinic. And then he came over and he was just telling me that, when he was eligible for Medicare, his wife told him not to go and apply.
Oh, why?
Because you know what happens is, at the time they're healthy, they don't need, but just know that if there's one thing you're going to need is your health insurance when you get older, because you will start to get sick. Yeah. So then he was like, no, you know what? My wife told me not to enroll for Medicare because it was going to be too much money, and then he went to the Social Security, right? And the Social Security told him his penalty. So that means that now he was going to be paying instead of, this year, it's the $174.70. Now he was going to be paying like over $450 a month.
For how long?
And, that's for life. The penalties
so
for
if
life.
you pass the deadline, you done. I didn't get it. It didn't register to my head.
You can actually, yes, you can register, but remember, each month, each year that you're without registering for Medicare, that penalty keeps going up. And then once you do register or, decide that you need it and you go, that's when you find out you have these penalties. So then that's, you have to decide if you're going to want to do it. So, and then he was like, well, what do you recommend? What do you tell me?
Just do it.
I said, I'm sorry, sir. I can't advise you on that because you know what? They can go and enroll. But what happens if they don't pay the premium monthly, they're going to take it. They're going to take the Part B away. So, yes, that's, and I said was, are you able to make the premium every month? Because it doesn't do any good for you to go and enroll and then you don't pay the premium because they will take your Part B away. So, yes.
Whoa.
That's correct.
So you pretty much, you have a window. If you don't do it, you're done.
Might as well do it, whether you need it or not. You never know if you need it down the line.
Yeah.
You might as well just go ahead and sign up for it just to be on the safe side.
No,
but you don't
don't
necessarily pay anything when you sign up on time. You don't pay anything, right?
The penalty. Again, remember.
If you respect everything, but you sign up, but you don't necessarily need it, but you sign up, you don't have to pay anything every month. Do you?
Yes, you still pay the $174.70 monthly. Yes,
$174 monthly.
That still comes out of your Social Security check once you're retired. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, $170 is better than $400.
And it can be more. It all depends on how long you've been without it. You went without it. That penalty, it can be, it depending on how long. I just had actually and that's another thing. I just have this lady because I go to another clinic. On Tuesdays, she was just, crying because her dad was in a different state because each state has their own regulations, right? And he moved here. He was a veteran. Also, veterans actually they have more benefits now because these private insurance companies work in conjunction with the VA so that they can have a private doctor. So, but her dad. She moved him over here, and then when he enrolled here in the plan, I guess where he was at whatever state he was in, he didn't enroll for Medicare in time. So when he moved to Houston and he went to apply, he had the penalty, and she was like so devastated because she was like, you know what, he there's this penalty that he's got to pay now, and I just can't afford it, and he's not working anymore, and now I'm the one that's gonna have to pay for it. So she was just in tears. Just, it was, and it's just sad because you know what, and that's another thing, right? Because they don't qualify for maybe extra assistance. And I did tell her, that she needed to see what other, what everything else that she could apply for extra assistance. But pretty much, there's no, if they're not able to qualify for Medicaid, if their income is already above the rate, they're really on their own. It's just Medicare.
So pretty much you can be on your own after 65.
There's a lot of people, actually. It's very sad because, a lot of people, they don't have any kids. It's just them. It's just really them by themselves.
Do the government try to find a family member and force the family member to take care of that person? I'm sure they do.
Well, I mean, that's pretty much who actually is helping a lot of the seniors. It's a sibling or a brother. But if you don't have, you didn't have any kids, or you don't have anybody. It's like you're on your own. I mean, if you work enough, to be able to live maybe at an assisted living where there's other people around you. It's good. But
so be nice with your nieces and nephews, spend your life, be all cool. And sometimes it doesn't have to be a blood niece and nephew. It can be your best friend who had kids and your godfather, godmother. Be nice and sweet with them, because they will take care of you.
Yes, it's true. It's just, we always need somebody. We need Jesus first. We need God, right?
Yeah.
But no, we always need each other. We need each other, especially when we get old. Yes.
So also another way that you can take care of yourself and buy some investment property and then put tenants in there. You can always call Abu and myself, if you're not sure about how your retirement will be, and then get that going, because people don't think enough of retirement age. We all like 20, 25, 30, 35, like, oh, I have all my life in front of me, don't worry about it. But then when you start hitting 50, 55 and you start looking around, you're like, oh, hold a minute. What did I do?
What have I done?
Yeah,
exactly.
It's very, very important for everybody to really have that in mind. And I feel like sometimes people don't get educated enough, like the younger generation.
Yeah.
Because this country is not getting richer. The government is not getting richer. When I came to the U.S., I used to receive those letters saying that Social Security may not be here.
Yeah.
You always hear that, right? And
we always hear that. But
I tell my kids, y'all need to get your butt to work, because I want to retire. I want to, be able to get some of the money I put into the system, right?
Yeah.
But you just never know.
Yeah, we never know, because you can squeeze a lemon, doesn't have any more juice. If the government say they don't have money, they don't have money. How much more debt they can have? So you have to be able to rely on yourself. That's why it's very important to plan for the future. You can be 20, put $50, $100, $200 on the side, every single month for your future, because you don't know. We really don't know. And then make sure you have a life insurance in place, so you're not a burden if you passed away for your family. Make sure, you save. And
that's always important too.
Yeah.
And like what I was saying too, I do life insurance or pre-need, having at least 10,000 aside or 20,000, just so that you don't leave that burden on your loved ones. It's just very important. Very important.
Yeah, people really don't realize. And one time somebody told me, if I die, I'll be dead. Like here,
right?
Like,
yes, but it doesn't work that way. How in my community, right? The Hispanic says, "Well, just make a hole and you just throw me in there." Well, it doesn't work that way.
One time, my husband was like, "I don't want to get a life insurance because she's gonna run away with my money the next man." I said, "You can be dead and jealous. Come on, pick one. You cannot be dead and jealous. Doesn't happen like that."
No, it's just. I know, but it's just important. Just a lot of things, that it needs to be talked about. It needs to be a conversation because, yes. I mean,
You're in the middle of it. You see a certain senior citizen every day.
Every day, yes.
And you see all kind of situation, right?
Definitely, yes. You see it all. I mean, and I've seen it all. Actually, my background is hotel and restaurant management. When you work in the hotel industry, you've seen it all. Let me tell you, because everything. Yes, back in the days, I tell you a funny story. You know how back in the days they used to deliver the newspapers in the hotel, right, by their door. So there were some people that would come out to get their newspaper and the door would lock behind them. And so I really saw people naked come to the front desk.
Oh my God.
Can you give me a key to get back in the room? So no, it is. But I tell you, it's rewarding because you know what? When you do help somebody, it's rewarding when they come back and tell you thank you, or I didn't know this. Yeah. I helped this gentleman who was a veteran because you know what? He went to World War II and he never went to the VA to claim his benefits.
Oh, wow.
He never, because back in the day, they say that there was lines and to see a doctor or a specialist, it would take forever. But now, even veterans have that opportunity where they can actually have a private doctor. Okay. So I help, also seniors like that too. And he went, actually, I told him, go make an appointment at the Humble VA. Location. And he did, and he was able to, his wife got benefits and his children because he was a big deal, I think, when he was, in the military. I don't know what branch he was, but he did, and he said he received, some medal of honor or something like that, and he did, and he did get benefits for his wife and his children.
But talking about doctor, how does that work? So you have to go to a doctor that accept Medicare, Medicaid, right? You can't go to any doctor. You have to be in the doctor in the network.
No. Actually, no. That's what I'm saying. See, the VA. They have their benefits through the VA.
Okay.
So nobody can take those benefits away, but they can actually enroll in an MA plan. Sometimes there's plans that do give money back, and they put that money back on their Social Security check. It's not a lot, maybe $111, $88, depending, but it's some money. It's something. Yes, and they put that in their Social Security check, and then they can go and see a private doctor.
Yeah. So for somebody that's just a regular, doesn't have any VA benefits, they can go see any doctor as well.
Correct, in their plan, because remember, on the plans you have PPO plans. You have HMO plans, right? HMO means you're going to stay in the network of that company of doctors and specialists. And then on the PPO plan, you have open network, meaning you can go anywhere. But of course, PPO plans do cost a little bit more. And not necessarily, because when you go see your primary care doctor, you don't pay anything. When you go see the specialist, yes, it's gonna be a little bit more, anywhere from $30 to $50. Yes, and then and of course for the services too, whatever they provide, then again, remember, you're always responsible for that other 20% of services.
Okay,
definitely.
All right, so thank you so much, Veronica. We learned a lot. Well, how can people reach out to you and contact you?
They can reach me by email or phone. Again, it's 713-202-6937. And my email is veroniqueguzman73@gmail.com. So definitely send me an email or call me. Again, I'm at, you can find me at some clinics during the week, and I can give you that information. I'm actually at the clinic right here on Campbell Road. Here in Katy.
Yeah.
And then that's Memorial Villages. And then I go to the Bay Area, Building B on Mondays. I'm there on Mondays at the Kelsey Clinic on Mondays. And then on Tuesdays, I'm in LaPorte. I'm in a LaPorte
you travel.
clinic called My Care.
You travel.
Yes. And I do by appointments too. So they call me and I schedule. Well, remember we were gonna meet last week, and I said no, I have an appointment to go to. So I try to schedule my appointments, either on a Tuesday evening or either Thursday or Friday.
Okay.
Yes, because the other days I'm at the clinics actually really enrolling. There's some companies that do have a 5-star rating, right? And for that reason, they're able to enroll all year long. And a lot of people don't know, but yes, there are certain companies that the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid allows them to, for their rating that they have, and they meet certain requirements in the year to have that type of rating, a 5-star rating. So they're able to enroll any time of the month.
That's super sweet.
During the year, yes.
That's good. Okay, guys. So hopefully you learned a lot today with Veronica. Make sure to reach out to her if you have any question regarding health and benefit for Medicare Social Security. And then I am your host, Danielle Bilumbu Leach. Here we are our friend, Abu Dhabi. This is our last show of the summer until we come back in September. We're taking a break, guys. We're going on vacation.
Yeah.
We're gonna sit under the heat of Houston.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Oh man, that humidity's tough.
That's real.
We are ready. We are ready to go.
That
But thank you so
humidity's
much.
tough.
But until then, make sure to watch all the other shows that we have. Subscribe, follow us. Let us know what you think. If you have any suggestion, also this is I would call that a PSA, public service announcement to everybody. So if you have friends and family currently owning businesses and they would like to have their business showcased in our show, please let me know. If you have any question, concern, a specific subject you want us to talk to you about, also let us know. Put it down below on a comment or just email us directly. How they can email you, Abu?
Email address is going to be ajabby, that's JABBIE, at askmortgagepros, that's with an S.com.
All right. As for my email, it's my first name, Danielle, B as the boy, at DBK Real Estate. Thank you so much for watching. Et à bientôt. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.